r/AskReddit, what are the signs of a dying relationship? Insecurity ruins who you love, sometimes yourself too. Trust is 100% a relationship killer. Especially if the other person is unwilling to show you that they mean what they say. When you dread having to spend time together. Also dread going home and putting overtime just so you can spend less time at home. The opposite of love is not hate, but indifference. I still love you, but lack of reciprocation, in conversation, feelings, all of it. Carrot when talking to them is a chore rather than a thing you look forward to. You pretty much beat me to it. I knew one was over when I was dealing with a very serious issue and my partner didn't have the least bit of support and interest. I pretty much ran with that energy and we were done in 2 months. Why do I need to read this? When you stop talking, when you stop making plans together, and when you become just glorified roommates. The 4 horsemen: criticism, contempt, defensiveness, and stonewalling, link. Love this. On the nose. Wow, thanks for sharing. I recently ended a 7-year relationship and I didn't really understand why. This article made me reflect aspects of my relationship and why it didn't work. I guess I saw the signs but made things worse as my partner did. Thank you for sharing this will help me in the future. Yep, these ones. When you simply don't have the strength to fight it anymore. Currently going through this and it hurts the most at holidays. Uneasy face, edit, we broke up LOL WTF. This really hits home hard. I gave up on it a lot of years ago, and every day it. Never mind. My now ex-GF told me she had no fight left and it killed me. This was 2 weeks ago. When it starts feeling more like an obligation/chore than something that brings you joy. Hanging out with them or just planning dates seems like a chore. You get bored easily and it's kind of like a struggle, if you will, to even find something to talk about. Can confirm, as it's happened before. When you don't miss them if they leave the home. That ugly feeling of we don't have nothing else to offer to each other. And then all that past and beautiful moments are coming in your head, making you a few more weeks of agony, till once a beautiful thing just dies on ugly way. This is why my ex and I broke things off. We couldn't give each other what we needed, despite us having good times together. You eat in silence because you have nothing to talk about or fear it will start a fight. Wow, a great observation in this one. This is the epitome of walking on eggshells. In place of something that should bring you nice feelings, you are terrified that something wrongly said or wrongly interpreted may ruin your whole day. Edit typo correction. Nobody does the little things anymore for each other, or one person drops out of doing them. Resentment is setting in, spending less and less time together. Lack of passionate kisses and lots of heavy sighs. With you. One indicator is if you become in the blue, if your once mutually lovely long texts showed equal length, blue, you, and gray, them. If one of you become noticeably in the blue with blue filling the texting screen and the other's grays have become perfunctory, the gray has lost interest, or alternatively the blue is more invested. Some people don't really like texting, of course, but any changes are a sign. That hits close to home. Ouch. Lack of intimacy. Not just sexual intimacy. When you don't feel like the other cares about love or a relationship too much, never even touches you nicely while walking by. Never wants to hold hands. When you can count the number of times you had sex in a year on one hand. Nobody plans dates anymore. I agree with what one user said. When it feels more like roommates, that's a sign the relationship has lost its spark. For me, no laughing is the biggest indicator. Humor is my number one non-sexual turn-on and it's extremely important in a relationship for me. Once that's gone, I know the relationship is almost gone. Indifference, lack of communication and unexplained changes in behavior and daily patterns. When they become overprotective of their phone. What if you just don't like other people borrowing your phone? I don't have anything to hide, I've never cheated and I never will, but it feels like someone reading your diary. Yeah, my wife and I use each other's phones for shit all the time. If she suddenly didn't allow me, it would be very suspicious and vice versa. Not that we don't value each other's privacy, but if I want to Google something and my phone is upstairs or whatever. Only a drug baron should be that defensive of their phone. She or he keeps doing a POO in the washing machine and is all like, look mate, if you can't handle that then you can't handle me. R/oddly specific. That capitalization is doing a lot of heavy lifting. If you can't handle me when I'm pooing in the washing machine, then you don't deserve me when I'm baking cookies. Laugher is the key to a good marriage. If you're both laughing and aiming to make each other laugh every day, You're probably gonna make it. Damn, that's why my relationship failed. When touch starts to disappear, constant downputting comments. When you don't miss them. Never resolving arguments. You argue, it ends, and you neither of you apologize. Carry on till the next time it comes up, worse. Less initiative. They don't talk to you, as much, unless you talk to them first. They don't check up on you anymore. Besides the possible small chat, they mostly just talk to you when they need something. And obviously less sex, especially less sex initiated by them. Things are quiet, but not peaceful. Feeling relieved when the other person's not around. Not sharing common interests, devoting more free time to do things apart. Shit's tough to have fallen in love and both have nothing alike except the love. Or you could just enjoy doing things alone. He's just a friend. Love it, and so true. Don't ever talk to a girl who says she just has a friend. Yeah, I'm generally not okay with the woman I date hanging out with male friends alone. Sorry, not sorry. I can't do this anymore because I won't do this anymore. Having a kid to keep the marriage. I have 3. Didn't help the marriage. I got stuck with 3 beautiful babies, but still. Dead eyes. Living for something that is never going to be healthy. Resentment. Being there only because you made a commitment. Rope made out of bedclothes hanging out of the window. Onset of rigor mortis. Or the start. Dead bedroom. You're spot on. Yakov Smirnov did a study on this very thing. Link. Dead room. When my girlfriend starting saying things like fuck off, I hate you, and I hope you fucking die, I took that as a hint that our relationship was going downhill. When your thoughts indicating this is no longer sustainable turn to saying this is no longer sustainable. r/relationship_advice. Physical intimacy is typically the first noticeable symptom of a lack of emotional intimacy. Resentment. I stand by this. Lack of trust, that is always the beginning and the cause of all the problems that can cause a relationship to end.